Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Today we're going to solve a very important issue, and that is power, once and for all. Well, not once and for all, but for a very long time. Currently our bigger reactor is generating almost 100,000 RF. I didn't know I'm doing that, but cool. However, we want something way bigger and way more efficient. And in order to do that, we need to bump up our production. And what do I mean by that? Well, if we want graphite, and we need a lot of them, this is the speed that we can process it. It's not bad, right? If you want to go a bit faster, what you can do is something like this. Have a pattern provider in the center, and 4 furnaces surrounding it. A bit crazier will be one on top, so it will insert the pattern into all 5 redstone furnaces. However, we wanted something slightly faster. 10 of them to be exact. It's not something super complicated, I just have a pattern provider with costume recipes that 1 stack of sand gives you 1 stack of glass. It's going to export everything into a barrel, the barrel is going to distribute it to the furnaces, and then everything goes back to the pattern provider. I also have to do a teeny tiny bit of sag milling, so we have a setup for them as well. Same setup. So we are going to have 1 more pattern for graphite, and let's see how fast we are making it. Let's make, I don't know, 4,000. All of them are going to start. Lovely. Well, it's 10 times the speed, so I'm not that picky. Yeah, I would say this is decently fast. I can live with that. Back in the old days, I think the max size of a bigger reactor was 32 blocks by 32 blocks by 48 blocks tall. Right now, apparently it's super massive, but we're going to go with the old version. And we're going to start from down there. And since I don't really enjoy even numbers, what we're going to do is that we're going to reduce it by 1 block. So it's going to be 31 by 31. This is Minecraft, everything should have a center. My inventory was full of casings. My goodness. Okay, so this is the first layer of our reactor. It doesn't look very impressive, but it's going to be 48 blocks tall. Amazing. Now, one of the things that you should remember is that if you want to add coolants to your reactor, each of the fuel rods cannot be more than 5 blocks away from the coolant. So for example, if I don't have these blocks over here, the center is going to be super hot. Super hot means that it's going to burn fuel faster, but we want power. So in the corners, we do have the block of meat, which is the best coolant in this mod pack. So it's going to take the heat from these fuel rods and transfer it to the wall or casing. And no matter how you count it, there is no way in this universe that one of these fuel rods is more than 5 blocks away from a coolant, I think. I counted. However, remember, that was the easy part. The hard part is actually making the entire thing, without missing blocks. I need a better wand. It's true, nothing ever breaks, but I think a better wand does a bigger job. Yeah, this one is 1,000 blocks. Lovely. Also, I have no idea how much resources we're going to need. Let's order 5,000 more graphite. And let's hope it lasts for a while. I barely started and we're out of uranium. Very soon we're also going to be running out of iron and coal. Well, technically wood. And just in case you're wondering how much I have progressed, that's just 11 blocks. So this could be a temporary solution, but we can craft raw uranium. That's a very temporary solution, obviously. Now we're even out of iron. The problem is that this is incredibly resource intensive. So by the time we actually manage to make it, there are so many other things that we have to do. So many little things to get more resources. Obviously. Since I knew that resources are going to be a problem, I always had a plan for it. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity to start working on it. That is a total of 8 slots. And that is a total of 16, and it's also centered with the path. Cool. We're gonna get villagers. This is going to be our villager trading hall for the 16 villagers which are going to sell us the gateways. There are 16 because there are 16 colors. So let's order 16 crafting tables. And if Draconic Evolution allows me, I need some dyes. It keeps eating the dyes. So we can make the crafting tables using different colors. And I'm really going to try and go based on the JEI. The last ones would be white and yellow. Like so. Now obviously we need 16 villagers inside them. And we make sure that they don't get out. I have made 16 soul vials. You're stuck. You come with me. And we just need 16 villagers, right? That's a bit of a problem. Okay, you stop spawning villagers. I'm infesting my own base. Also, since all of the villagers that I want to trade with are inside a soul vial, I'm assuming nobody's watching. Ah, you're hiding over here. Why? I think the infestation has been taken care of. So now we should be able to have our own villagers. I got ahead. So you might notice that these guys are selling us gateways. We're not interested in all gateways, we just want one for a very specific mob, which comes in 16 different colors. The creature that we want is actually a creeper, like this guy, the brown creeper, and they come in 16 colors. However, in order to unlock it, everything has to be at level 3. Yeah, journeyman. Maybe not. I just got magenta. The JEI does weird things. So let's summon the creeper. Try to see if we can get the data model from the gateway without blowing up that spawner. Did we get data? 4, yes. It does work. So this is why it's 12, because you get 12 mobs. Yeah, now it's basic. So why is this guy important? Good question. Well, not this guy alone, this guy with his other 15 cousins. Basically, whenever the iteration runs inside the simulation chamber, well, obviously you're going to get one magenta dye, so that's not bad. However, if you get the magenta creeper prediction, that's 16 dyes. It's an incredibly lag-friendly way of making dyes. Wait, I just bought the purple vein creeper gateway, and that's the only single achievement I have ever gotten in this mod pack. They love purple. Like me. You know, I should have made the charm from Botania, so that creeper explosions don't really damage anything. Hello boys, don't blow up. We're good. Is it just purple? This is such a lovely mod pack. Well, we are obviously not doing everything together, it's incredibly boring. I'll gather the rest. The green one doesn't like to trade. I even switched the crafting table, also the cyan one. Anyways, I'll be right back. Okay, it's been a while later, what else is new, and we have our 16 simulation chambers, one for every single color of creeper. And yes, I do have all the trophies. In the montage you might notice that I didn't get the black one. I also didn't notice it, I put everything in and then I realized, yes. We're missing the black one. But we have 16 simulation chambers, all of them are exporting inside 3 loot fabricators. Not the 6. That is because a simulation chamber takes around 30 seconds in order to process something, a loot fabricator takes around 3 seconds. But just to be safe, we're using 3 for 16. There are spaces for an additional 16 simulation chambers, which we're going to use the bottom row of the loot fabricators. And yeah, there is a Chaos Guardian data model. I don't want to know. Actually, there is a cheaty way, I think. Because the thing is, I found an Ender Dragon gateway. So it's an Ender Dragon without the crystals, right? And it gives me 12. I think. Anyways, we are producing every single die, and that is amazing. Also, in this version, yeah, the conduit probe is just... wow. Without the conduit probe, it just takes ages to configure everything. Just remember to put it on copy and paste mode. Otherwise on the probe you get a weird thing, not implemented yet. I never knew what that one does. So I have also set in some patterns, and if I want to order 1000 uranium ingots, I can. However, for that I think we are going to need a teeny tiny bit more processors. Otherwise it's just gonna take ages. Also, all of the molecular assemblers do have acceleration cores, and I just remembered that I forgot about the inscribers. So I think we're good now. Let's see if I can order 1000 uranium and how fast it is. Not that bad. Actually, totally not that bad. It's just that it doesn't really distribute equally. A round robin is enabled, but we do have a tier 4 extraction speed upgrade, so it just extracts 1 stack. That's it. I have also been making a ton of meat for the coolant. That's not it actually. We have 7000 raw beef. That's good. But to be honest with you, the most expensive part of this project are the fuel rods. You see? That was an entire inventory. It's not even 3 rows. It's okay. Slowly, we are progressing. So we are progressing. There's just a bit of a problem. Well, that's my progress. It's not amazing, I know. Problem that I have is that this system is not sustainable. So this is our old reactor, and I just switched the hopper with a barrel for cyanide. That was an hour ago. How much cyanide do you think we have? That much. And that is fuel, which is burnt. So I have been hoping that if I AFK for 5 or 6 hours, we're going to get enough material to finish the reactor. And I have also been hoping that I can afford the fuel, but as the time goes by, I'm like, I will never ever have enough uranium. Or even iron. Because you see, graphite is not a big deal. We have a barrel over here, which I empty from time to time, and there's wood inside. So I get graphite from charcoal. That's not a big deal. And I already have almost 10,000 graphite, so we're good. And I don't really want to scale up our production, because this is the most resource intensive thing that we are ever going to do in this mod pack. So there is no point of lagging the entire game just for like 1 reactor. However, there is one thing that we might do. Try to farm some of the seeds really fast so that we can get the resources that we want. So it has been a while later, and you might notice we have 26,000 uranium. That is because I have made the farm. So I was really confused how to make everything grow incredibly fast, and then I noticed there is something called growth. It's an enchantment that you can put on a hoe and it will grow nearby crops while held. And that's a problem because I have to stand next to the farm and let it grow. I don't really like doing that, but I thought, yeah, there are golems in this mod pack. They're called modular golems, and unfortunately, this guy that you see over here can only hold a sword. However, there is a humanoid golem. They're made out of mana steel, and he's holding a hoe. Obviously with growth, and see how fast everything is growing. Under here I have a crafter and some redstone furnaces which are making me iron and uranium. Oh, and by the way, you can command them using a command wand. He will wander and he will stay. Same goes with the humanoid. So as a result, we do actually have a ton of resources, which is amazing. I can have more fuel rods. Oh, and yeah. My band of mana. I have been flying a lot. We don't have any mana. That's a mana-tight Bello. Bello. It makes everything goes faster. Yeah, much better. Let's see how much we can progress. That's 2 layers. Let's order more. That is 4 layers. And we're out of iron. Damn, but we're really getting close. However, resource production can be increased. How? Through a ghast cow gateway. I just bought them. So it's a cow, it's a ghast. How will it go? Well, it looks weird. Hi. You're friendly. Let's try to get a data model. Whoa. Big hole. It's destroying the golem. So it's like a wither. We're good. We're good. Don't you worry. Life is fine. Oh, there's going to be another one. Where are the other ones? I'm never doing that again. Actually, I might have to. You know, people should start putting tooltips on everything. The main question is that did we lose the seeds? No, they're here. Let's try to do the rest of them in the end. There's going to be less damage. I had to use all of the gateways, but yeah, this data model is incredibly important. Why? First off, it does consume a ton of power, 25,600 RF. So yeah, at this very moment we can't really afford it, but we just need one prediction. Yes. That one. Don't run anymore. And that's what we get. Miniature yellow heart. Actually, we needed to succeed a few more times. The gist of it is, I need a blue heart. Yeah, we need more. The problem is that we can't really make that much power, right? Yeah. Oops. One reason is we also don't have enough fuel. It did succeed twice more. Will we have enough? Yes. We just need the one. Blue heart is incredibly expensive in this mod pack and you only get it from the Chaos Guardian. So why do we need the blue heart? Good question. We're going to give it to our spawner. In that way, it's going to ignore players. Aha. Whoa. Hi. Didn't know you're on. And in order to solve our iron situation, we're going to spawn iron golems. For a while. But they have a lot of health. I forgot. They do a lot of damage. Oh yeah, they do a lot of damage. I'm dying. Oops. We eat a heart. Yes. Well, technically speaking, we don't need a data model. We just needed the trophy. So, you spawn, and I should get iron. And I should also get a bunch of upgrades. It's not an amazing system for getting iron, but for the moment we're not doing a horrible job. However, while I'm gathering resources, there's one more thing that I want to do. So we're not really lagging, there is no problem with the FPS, except one area in our base, the arc furnace. We're at 60 FPS. Don't know why. And it doesn't even matter if it runs or not. We just get 60 FPS or 70. So this is a beautiful looking machine and I really hate tearing it down, but we're gonna tear it down. And we're going to use other methods in order to generate resources. Well, that basically means everything that we have done last episode we have to remove. But fear not, it's going to be way more amazing. Welcome to our new ore processing setup. And yes, we have way more drills, so we're producing RGB blocks way faster. We're actually producing them a bit faster than we would be able to process them. The entire setup is almost the same, and the only thing that I have done is that I have removed the arc furnace, and instead we have a set of pulverizers and redstone furnaces. Well, 6 pulverizers, 12 redstone furnaces. For symmetry purposes, obviously. Which on a very positive note can be expanded, and as a result we are also getting byproducts, like apatite, and I think sulfur. Yes. In other news, I have made a huge progress with the reactor, and that is, yes, the fuel rods are finally done. Well, the coolant is going to be a problem, but we will get there eventually. We are spawning cows. The problem was that I did not have enough power in order to run the lasers as well as the simulation chambers. So the simulation chambers are off and that was quite efficient. Also, yeah, I have wasted 550 reactor fuel rods. That's incredibly sad. You have no idea. Because otherwise we would have been done. Almost. The problem is that I can't really recycle them, can I? No, you can't recycle it. It's fine. We cannot also break this reactor until we set up that one because we have a wither up there. Well, the only thing remaining is to wait for more iron so that I can make the casings. But it's decently fast now. We are almost done. The difference between the fuel rod and the casing is just humongous. Because you need 4 iron in order to make 4 casings, so it's 1 iron to 1 casing. But you need 6 iron in order to make 1 rod. And I think we have way more rods than casings. But that should be the final level. And now we just need control rods. And don't ask me, I have no idea how many of them we need. That's almost 1 stack. Oops, it's okay, we will manage. Actually, I have completely given up on the beef. We're just gonna go with iron. I'm spawning golems, because I just want to run the reactor, that's it. And yes, it's been like 16 hours, I should have done this next episode. So if this is going to be a shorter episode, please forgive me. It's been a very long time. My fellow Dark Ones, again, ignore the coolant. We will fix that next episode. But that is all the control rods, and we just need a teeny tiny bit of casing. You know, for the top half of the reactor. And let's hope I have not made any boo-boos. Because imagine there is a hole in there. How would you find it? We will have enough blocks. Yes, it formed. Let's get some fuel. Well, at this very moment, we have 43,000 uranium. We have to get blocks. And look at the controls. They're so small. So we're putting stacks of blocks inside. It's not even making a dent. I need more fuel. Wait, everything I had is just that much? Like 15%? Well, not everything that I had, but I can fill it up to 50% and that's it. It's okay, we will need more uranium, but at least we don't have to worry about power. Ever. Even the buffer on this guy is like 750 million. Yeah, almost 50% full. And I have half a stack of uranium. Let's see how it works. Holy, without coolant and without enough fuel. That's 2 million RF. I think if it's full and it has enough coolants, it can bump up to like 5-6 million RF. Well, I don't get uranium that fast, is the thing. And I do have a feeling you're going to burn through the fuel. Wow. You know, the reactor is off and it's still making us 750,000 RF. Okay. That's good. Can we also get a draconic energy core? Well, it does require a ton of draconium, that's one issue. But since the guide is not available, I have no idea how many of them we need. Yeah, you can't make the guide. It's okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you need a center. Because where else would you put your draconic energy core? So that's going to be our core. I have made the advanced stabilizers. That is our blocks of redstone. So probably it just requires a layer of draconium. This was the easy part. So you're assembled. Cool. Very cool. So the only thing that we need are going to be the energy pylons, a bit of glass, 2 flux plugs and 1 flux point. So as you guys probably know, the pylons go over there. You need to have a glass on top, like so. One has to be input, one has to be output. This is input. So it does require a flux point to receive the power. And then we're going to have a flux plug on the reactor to send the power. It's going in. Lovely. Why is it 800,000? Ignore limit. It's full. No, but it will be. Don't you worry. We're burning 1 bucket of fuel per tick. I have just been AFK for a while so that I can edit the footage and gather some uranium. We have more meat, which is the coolant, and I have also disassembled the old reactor. And yes, all the raw meat is inside already. So let's fill it in as much as we can. That's not much, but way better. For some reason I lost the block. Our entire supply of uranium is also in. That's our cyanide. And I think we're 60% full or something. Let's see how much power it generates. Also look at the cyanide. That's crazy. 3 million. This can go up to 7-8 million RF. 4 million. Let's turn it off. The barrel is full. We have to reprocess all the cyanide. Because between this reactor and the old one, and in today's episode, look how much cyanide we got. 11,000. Well, maybe like 2% of it is for the last few episodes. The stupendous amount of waste that we're getting means that we have to start processing it. And one of the things that you might notice is that our base is unfinished and it looks like a cube. We do have to add different segments to it so that it doesn't look like a cube that much. Since this is literally next to the reactor, I thought we're going to start with our recycling facility. Cyanide reprocessing does require water, so here is an aqueous accumulator with a hardened integral component. It does make the water pumping a bit faster. Not sure if you can speed it up. Okay, all of them have water. All of the reprocessors have water, all of them have power. And I think here's what we're going to do. First things first, we're going to remove the waste barrel. The barrel fell down, but it's fine. And instead of that, we're going to have a tesseract. We shall set it to waste. And over at our reprocessors, we're going to have another tesseract set to waste. So if I have a netherite barrel on top, and if we activate the reactor, are we going to get waste in that barrel? I mean, we should, yes. So that means we just have to extract from the barrel. You know, with a speed upgrade. Everybody should work. Extract on brown. Yes, I changed the color. Cool. Everybody's working. Well, everybody is not working, but everybody will work. Well, it is going to be obvious I cannot process every single cyanide. Anyways, we are recycling some fuel, so we will have another tesseract with a channel for fuel. And I think instead of this barrel, we're going to have a netherite barrel with a tesseract next to it. So fuel, activate. And I don't know, receive only. I'm not picky. So plutonium is taken out, goes through the tesseract, and should go inside the reactor. It's not really going to affect anything at this very moment, which it just did, because I think each 100 ingots is 0.1 kilobuckets of fuel. That's a lot. So you need quite a bit of ingots to actually make an effect, but we have 11,000 cyanide. That's a good number to start with. Also, we probably should get a stack upgrade for this. This barrel should not get full. And we also don't really want to void it. It's fuel. It's expensive. So that is 2 netherite stack upgrades. Okay, that's good. I just got more raw beef, and do you notice the problem? We have a hole. So yeah, we don't really have that much coolant, it's way down there. But with extra coolants and extra fuel, we are generating 4.7 million RF. That's good. The number that I'm even rounding down is the entire power that we used to make. 5 million RF. Okay, this is gonna go well. With the reactor done, slowly we are going to generate more fuel, slowly we are going to have more power, and we don't have to worry about anything. And from next episode, we can finally start focusing on the tasks. Well, obviously the important ones, not all of them. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.